up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. And look at our fantastic maximum security prison. It has some beauty to it. So a few things have changed when it comes to influx of prisoners. So we actually do now have a few protective custody people have been letting the game run, been trying to get them quite a bit. Sifted through who was through the prison. We actually had quite a few of them lingering in the prison as well, so we got a lot of them sitting in here, though they're all complaining about safety because, of course, the danger rating, they don't really work. You can't really have protective custody and all that sort of stuff and low security at the same time as maximum, because they all complain about security even though they're blocked off from it all. I hope they do change that. I know they're not planning on really changing too much for the rest of the game, since it's pretty much the game is finished, but I do hope they do just change that little tiny bug that they can register that they are in their own area and no one else can get in their area. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about in today's episode, you're probably wondering why there was no episodes for this last week. And that's because the game runs incredibly slowly. As you can see, I've even got the mod where this clock is supposed to help run super fast. It's in the fastest mode, and look at the time, it hardly budges. It's I think what it is that the prison is too big for my computer's capacity, unfortunately. And it's really annoying because I really want to continue on the other side of this and build a low security and medium security prison. And that's why I've even bought the land and gotten ready for it, and we were going to do that in today's episode. And the way I've looked at it now, I'm going, it's like, well, if this game is running so slowly now, where we've got 537, like, you have to look at the numbers. So we've got 537 prisoners in the prison. We've got 300 just normal guards. But then at the same time, there's also 100 workers out there. There's 70 armed guards, pretty much 70 dog handlers, plus everyone else, your cooks, your janitors. You know, we're close to 1,000 people walking around this prison, and then including visitors as well in the morning, and then you have your teachers and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, we're pretty much over 1,000 entities, and I think that's the thing that causes my computer to struggle, is all the movement. And since we're getting bigger and bigger, it's harder for my computer to keep up with it. So I have been slowly getting rid of all the grass and like turning this into dirt pretty much. So they've just got this little last bit that they're doing now over here. That has taken a long time, and I mean a really, really long time. It's taken quite a few, like, even though the game has not moved, like, I think from in between last episode and this episode, we've gone like a few in-game days, but actual normal days, like for our life, it's taken hours and hours to actually get through a normal day. Like, it takes a good maybe half an hour or so, or just to get through a day or two, and that's like pushing it. That's like if I delete all my guards, delete all staff, and it can get a bit faster. At this rate, it goes much slower. And it's frustrating. It is really frustrating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new prison, but we're going to stay in the same season, because what I want to do is we're going to treat it as if we're down the road. So instead of being just across from a prison, it might be maybe in this black area that we can't see or something. Because in the end, what I want to do is I want to continue this season, because we're only like, I think 16, I think this might be 17th episode, so we're still got a decent amount. Like, if we do another map with a low and medium security prison, we might be able to get up to close to 30 episodes, and that seems to be a fair size for a Prison Architect season, especially when we had so much planned, and especially with the past where we've tried this perfect prison layout, and something's changed and we've stopped it, or we've gone to a new game or whatever. This was the prime reason for, I think, last season, if I remember, last season ending was the fact that I couldn't deal with the lag, so I decided to build a new prison, and it had been such a while since I played the game. Well, it's true, the lag is a pain in the ass. It's really annoying to deal with this slow time, especially when you're on a tight bit of time when it comes to recording other series, when it comes to general life and all that sort of stuff, you know. And as you can see, these guys are starting to do something up here. I'm actually getting them to build a road that goes from around there down here, which links down here, and then obviously goes back across over here. So it's just like a kind of like a boundary road sort of thing. So they'll build that over time, but again, it's going to take them a long time to do. But yeah, the lag is frustrating, especially, as I said, when you have other series to do, life, work, uni. It's a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm going to start a new map, but it's going to be still in the same season. We're going to keep this map, but I'll make a save before we transfer over. And we will sell this prison and build a brand new prison, pretty much. But I'll just keep a save of... I always keep saves of the prisons before I sell them anyway. So what we can do is at the end of the season, we can compare the two maps and be like, okay, well, this is our maximum security prison. This is our medium security and low security prison sort of thing. But I'm pretty happy with the process. But what I want to focus on next season, and this is kind of going to be the weird part, is that our low security prison will probably be better off and better protected than our high security prison, and that's something we'll fix probably in future seasons, is because the one thing I do not touch, and I'm well aware of it, is that I do not fiddle with this at all in Prison Architect, is that when we go into utilities, I don't touch door servos, I don't touch any of this door control systems or anything like that. I hardly even use CCTV monitoring. Like, really, it's there for a reason. I should use it, and by using the CCTV monitor, what we can end up doing and having the door servos, if we do a big enough security rooms where they control those areas, we can have 5 guards, say, delegated to these 5 rooms, and they're watching the feed, they're watching the doors and all that, they're controlling it all for us, and we don't have to worry about having all these patrols. Because if we go here and we go staff, I think, no, let's go deployment, and we just go, for a second, and let's go guard patrols. This is all the guard patrols that we have through our prison. Then this is all our dog patrols that we have through the prison. And then this is all our armed guard patrols. So we have so many patrols in this prison, and that's pushing it. That's a lot of people. Like, we could cut our guard numbers probably by half, even in this maximum security prison. You want the numbers because they're so violent, but at the same time, if you do it efficiently, you don't need the numbers so high. So that's the way I see it, because in the end, if there's a riot or whatever, you get those doors over. Those doors do not open. So that's the idea. Like, I think in next season, or not next season, this season, just new map, I want to kind of incorporate some of that, or at least start playing with it a bit, because I have no clue how the stuff works, and it would be good to learn how to do that stuff, because that's a big part of the game that I don't play with. As well as that, I know this episode really is just turning into a big rant episode, because really, I need to let you guys know what I'm planning on doing. See, this is really weird. Like, they've, like, half done the road. Why can't they just do it all? It's such a patchy road. Kind of looks like a wasteland sort of road. It's kind of cool, though, how they've done it. But, in the end, another thing I want to incorporate a tiny bit more as well into next season, as you can see, with the top right corner, how we had that mod with the time. I will keep that, and there's probably a few other little mods I'm going to add in to make life a bit easier. There is a mod that has these little things that you put in the front of the road, so when the trucks hit it, it opens the doors automatically, so you don't feel like I always have to have a guard stationed there. You know, it's little things like that. They have this thing, there's a mod that filters the CIs, so all these guys, all these protective custody guys, I don't have to worry about doing it manually. I can do it automatically by having just one of them in the reception and holding cell. So it's little things like that that I might just add to the season, and we'll see how we go, see if it actually works. But anyway, this is going to be the only episode for this week, because I need to get on with probably designing an entrance to the prison. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of doing the same style entrance, because it worked. This prison did really work. Like, let's be honest, this is our perfect prison. There is nothing that I can see physically wrong with that. Like, in the end, yes, there's a lot of rioting, there's a lot of deaths, all that sort of stuff, but that's maximum security prison. When you look at it overall, we've had 0 escapes. We have not had 1 escape out of 101 days. We've had 0 escapes. So the way I look at it, that's bloody good. Like, that is an impenetrable prison. So that is a perfect prison layout for maximum security. So let's go and do the hell with it, and let's go build it for a minimum and medium security prison as well. So that's going to be it for this episode. That's also the only episode for this week. I will catch you guys next week, where we'll be returning on a new map, and we'll get going with building our minimum and medium security prison. So as usual, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I hope you all understand the situation with how laggy this is. Like, we've been sitting here for, like, how long have I been talking for? 10 minutes, and I've gone up 4 hours in the game, so as you can see, it's a pain. But anyway, guys, as I said, that's going to be it for this episode. As usual, thank you all for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So see you later, guys.